Hello everyone, welcome to Monday morning photo conference, bright and early here. So our first case is a 30-whatever-year-old male with broke his ankle. Dr. Desui happened, and then this is what you got in your clinic. So the Chiefs are obviously checked out at this point, so we'll skip them. Let's move down the table to Mike. Mike, I have a couple questions for you. I'm going to number them in order. Number one, why do you have so many electronics at your seat? Number two, is that a dongle in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? Number three, this is more of a statement than a question. You cannot drink dark beer in conference, unless you bring some for me as well. Number four, what flap would you use for this case? How would you manage it?
Well, Dr. Neumeister, that's a lot of questions. Let me answer them in order. Number one, I like electronics, so I like to be surrounded by them. It makes me feel as though I'm connected. Get the pun, right?
Okay.
Number two, this is a dongle, in fact, in my pocket, but I am happy to see you. Number three, if I can't drink dark beer in conference, can I drink NOS still? You can get back to me on that one. Number four, for this defect, I'd like to tell you a story about a patient that I knew with a defect like this. And his name was...
Rubhausen seems to be taking this scratch collapse thing a little too far. Next, so Amanda, you heard what Mike said. I need you to keep in mind that this is not a cosmetic case. This patient will not be paying cash, so how would you manage this case?
Well, first of all, the patient really needs a formal debridement, and I was thinking that we should probably check the ischiums in case there's pressure sores, and maybe even the perineum, not the perineal vessels, just the perineum. And I would just, after we did a full debridement, I would just vac the wound and then send it to Decatur so that, Abigail is working out there as a plastic surgeon.
Not even in the realm of a possibility. Nope.
And then before they left, I would check and maybe see if there needs to be an abdominoplasty or even some, breast implants placed, because, those work well for a lot of patients. And I think that, we should really give them the option when they come in to see a plastic surgeon.
Moving on down the table, obviously Kate and Lauren kind of function as one unit, kind of synkinesis, if you will. So why don't you answer this question for me jointly? How would you manage this ankle wound?
Well, Dr. Neumeister, is it okay if I snap this, our answer? Because it's going to be really good. So Kate and I would like to answer jointly. So we
Think
that
maybe
if
possibly
we
could
probably
might
flap.
Not sure.
Okay. Let's start over. This. You say patient
Patient?
is.
Did you get it on Snapchat?
Sorry, I'm not snapping.
Put
All right.
put like a couple emojis
Okay.
and Instagram it.
Okay, and then face gram it.
Mhm,
Got
yeah,
it.
mhm.
Okay.
And,
Ready.
Snapbook it.
Okay.
Mhm.
And then we're gonna. So.
Oh my
okay.
gosh, that's so perfect.
I
That's
know.
so perfect.
Hold on, we need to change filters. Hold on.
Great.
Can you come back to us? We're not quite ready. We need to. Ooh, sparkles, filters.
Winston.
Hold on.
Oh my gosh, I'm putting Winston in.
Yeah, put Winston in this. Come back to us. We'll answer later.
I have good costume for this.
Moving on down the table, Tim. I see that you're carrying, I guess it's a Merce, but it certainly looks like a P purse per se. But how would you manage this ankle wound? And please put that down.
Well, Dr. Neumeister, this is This is a male purse. Kate Spade makes purses for men. They're called Jack Spade. So, but this is a Tory Burch male version called Troy Burch. It carries all my things. So, as far as the ankle wound goes, it's on the ankle. So, gosh, this is a hard one. I just wish I had someone to like encourage me and to like just cheer me on and
Give me a T. Give me an I. Give me an M. Go Tim!
I think I found myself a cheerleader.
Oh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader. She is always right there when I need her. Oh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader. She is always right there when I need her. She walks like I'm.
All right, moving down to the second years. You've heard what's gone on above you. Do you have any other thoughts on management, Greg? Greg? Oh, there you are. Are you sitting or standing up? You're very short. How would you manage this case?
Pick me. Yeah, so I don't think there's really a height differential actually. But I'm not really sure what part of the body that is.
Jake, your turn. Please sit down. Jake, sit down. Jake, please sit. Oh, you're sitting. You're very tall. I wonder if there's any ACGME rules on height differentials in co-residents, because if there are, we are breaking them, clearly. Please go ahead, Jake.
Thanks for calling on me, Dr. Neumeister. I'm sitting down too, so I think height differentials are cool when taken in the right context, but as far as the ankle goes, I just cut it off probably, and then just be fine. What do you think?
Yeah. Good idea. Oh, cool. Wow, cool. Yeah, no way.
Cool.
All right, Danielle and Evan, at this point it's kind of a wash because you're interns and you've heard everyone else's answers, and I hesitate even to open the floor, but I will. Do you two have any thoughts on this case that haven't already been stated?
Sorry guys, sorry that I'm late. I was with Gen Surge all morning. In fact, I have to get up at like 4 in the morning to round with them. They say we don't pre-round, but in fact, I think I do. So nobody really told me that when I was gonna be a plastic surgeon that I had to do all that. But anyways, so as far as the ankle goes, it's a little above my level. I mean, kind of a lot above my level. So I don't really know a lot about that. There's some hardware. Maybe we should call ortho, or I don't know, if you had an NG tube, I could pull it if the output was low, or give the patient some potassium.
Yeah, I can answer that question. So I think if it's an ankle, I'm not really sure why you can't do something. I'm just thinking off the top of my head. I haven't read about this because I'm not really on plastics. I'm on general surgery. Well, I'm in plastic surgery right now, but I'm sort of in general surgery. So, but I'm just thinking, maybe could you do the reverse where you actually take tissue from the hand and move it down to the foot? Because I know we do toe to hand transfers. So, just wondering if maybe you could take a toe and move a thumb and move it down to the toe or the ankle, because that's not one of the things I like about plastics is how you can innovate, and that might be I don't even know if it's been done before. Does that answer your question? Because that's kind of what I was thinking. Not totally sure.
That could be an option if you didn't know anything about plastic surgery.